Hey everyone, great to connect with you as always as we dive back into things this week. Um, I hope you're doing well. You all did a fantastic job last class of getting started on your mastery coding assignment. And today is really just another little bit of a work day. The purpose of this video is just to make sure that we're on the same page about what you're up to. So you're making this website, Mastery Coding Assignment number 4, where you are coming up with some sort of website that helps solve the COVID crisis. And it's a way of demonstrating your understanding of JavaScript, skills that we've learned before. So the first thing you're going to do today is you should have at this point have worked for 40 minutes on this last class, and you should have a CodePen document uploaded to Google Classroom, and you also explained how well you understood the instructions. I've gone through for everybody who submitted something, and I've given them a comment. And it might look a little bit like this. So for example, if I had submitted a CodePen file, Matthew, you've got the good structure inside of there for a working button. I did notice that your button has the incorrect function name. You've got basic JavaScript down in an input box. You'll need to learn how to make an if-else statement in order to add this. So the goal at first is to verify to me that you've responded to this feedback. You've taken it into consideration. So maybe if I got some feedback that looked like this, I'd say I went back over my 4.4 notes and saw that um, how to write an if-else statement. I also looked at my pen and changed the function name so they were the same. And you'll just write me a little sentence or two about what you saw, what you understand from what you submitted so far, and add that comment on there because I don't have the chance to give you feedback in the classroom. And this is the most important part of this assignment is getting the chance to ask questions and making sure that you and I are working together towards coming up with something pretty cool. Once you've done that, you'll go to step 3. This assignment is due at 5 p.m. on Wednesday or Thursday of this week, depending on what your class period is. So I'm hoping that you get most of the way done with it today. I think 35 minutes should be about one time. So you can click on this timer and time yourself. If you feel like you have major amounts of work to do on this before Wednesday or Thursday, I highly suggest coming to my office hours so that we can talk it out. Last but not least, you'll want to grade yourself with the rubric to demonstrate where you are so far to see that you have an understanding of what the assignments is. So once you've worked for 35 minutes, you'll go to the bottom of the first page and you'll verify that you understand the rubric. You'll put the title of each category in a comment, just like you did at the beginning. So let's say the first thing I want to check is that I have a button with a function. If I check my CodePen and see that I successfully create a button with the appropriate function page in HTML, then I'll say, yeah, I do deserve 3 points for that one. But maybe I create an input tag and I realize that it's not showing up on the page. I haven't fixed that part yet. I'm not able to save it and use it. If I type in Mr. Barron, it's not being saved and popping up again. Maybe for input box, I'll put 2 points. And you'll go ahead and do that and give yourself a score for each of the 6 categories. If else, output text, basic website design, and presentation. Whatever it might be as you verified that. So at this point, you should have 2 comments at the end of class today that you've made. You put in a sentence responding to my feedback, and you graded yourself with a rubric at the end of the time, so you know what you still have to work on. Last but not least, the last thing we're due is that not anything in particular for a grade, so long as you show up and do it. But I want to see your websites. I want other people to see your websites. I want you to have the opportunity to talk and show off a little bit. This is the second to last assignment in my course this year before we do our final projects, which we'll work on over the course of the last 5 classes. And I want a little bit of practice with presentations. So I've got a sign up list here for a time for you to drop by Google Hangouts and just for a minute or two apiece, show your project off either to me, both to me and a few other scholars. We'll meet in small groups to do this. Feel free to sign up with your friends if you want to see what they're up to or, give them a little bit of a hard time. I've got between 2 and 4 on Monday or Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. I've also got a nighttime slot on Wednesdays and Thursdays if like 6 or 6:30 works a little bit better for you. You'll just stick your name in there. And that way we can know who to expect during that time. Please sign up for this in advance. Sign up for it today. Google Hangouts is a problem. You don't have access to a camera or some other issue comes up. Email me and we'll find an alternative way of presenting. And based on your quiz results from last week, I'll also feel like I'll reach out to you to do that. So finishing up this mastery coding assignment is really the big idea for this week. Take it at your own pace. I know AP exams and things are coming up. We're slowing it down a little bit. You're submitting this big website chunk to me. And then really beyond that, it's just working on the final project for the next 3 weeks. That's it. Thanks for being awesome. I'm really excited to see you guys in the flesh and to connect with you a little bit on Wednesday and Thursday. And have a great week. Email me if you have questions.